Let's get ready to rumble, y'all. We're about to go kick off into the Super Bowl. This will be a fantastic matchup between Nate Simmons for the Titans and Ant for the Seahawks. I'll be honest, Ant's been here before, so it's going to be interesting to see if that proves to be a deciding factor for him, or if the Titans will prevail and keep pulling off the Cinderella story. Today is the day to figure that out. If you're Nate Simmons, he's been talking all year about how this was his year. Will he cap it off, or will Ant finally get revenge for losing to the Ravens last year in the Super Bowl in that Mutt squad, and finally get the Super Bowl that he has so desperately been wanting since joining NFLX? Both teams are prepped and have come here in drastically different fashions. The Titans have a high-powered offense of A.J. Brown, a rookie Messino. You've also got Scary Terry as the number 3 wide receiver and rookie Nate Simmons at quarterback. And the Seattle Seahawks getting the kickoff, runs it to that outside, and man, makes a poor decision, gets out to the 14, and it makes a big stop. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here, but it's definitely going to be something that we want to keep an eye on going forward. I will say that you want to make sure, if you are the Seahawks, that you've got these open reads like X right there. He does love his comeback route. That's something that we have to be aware of if you're Nate. I do tell people that often, but I think he can stop him by doing that, just making slight adjustments. Good little counter run there. Chris Carson up the middle for about 6 yards. I think he's going to go a lot in that tight formation, a little bit of I form, pistol action, something like that. Okay, let me see if I can fix that real quick. Try something. Thanks for letting me know something. Looks like he's got a double juke move to that outside, and we'll see if that maybe fixes that. If we are having issues, let me know. I got it pulled up on my phone, and it looks like it's going a little bit better now. So hopefully, Logan, that fixes that for you. He does get a quick one out to Lockett. Lockett goes up the sideline. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10. Oh, my goodness. Ant takes it to the freaking house on the 3rd or 4th play of a drive by playing it smart, doing a little RPO read, and then busting it to the sideline. That is a massive, massive play for Ant. Like I said, I think he wants it. He doesn't have just a ton of flashy plays out of his playbook. However, looking over his stats, he doesn't have a lot of deep threat options, but he just plays smart football. Tua Tagovailoa having right around 52 touchdowns and 21 interceptions on the year is not standard, especially when you're looking at Nate's quarterback, who had 52 picks or 51 interceptions to 52 touchdowns. A drastic difference in gameplay, but definitely something that might come into play here. If you're Nate, you've definitely got to get Eckler going early. I will say Ant loves to lurk with those big linebackers, and that's going to be something that if I am him, you've got to be wary of throwing at his user. Once again, Logan, thank you for giving me a heads up about that. Anytime y'all see an issue, just let me know, and I will try my best to fix it. Once again, and that's exactly why you will see Ant using Jarquise Tart. That's a free safety that he'll put in that sub linebacker spot and try and come down, and he'll play almost in that slot corner spot / sub linebacker spot to see if he can jump that gap in the running lanes, make it a little bit harder. I expect this to be a play action. He does go to the ground game. He trusts Eckler. Eckler gets out there, picks up a good little 10-yard pickup, and does get up there. Finally rips one off. Nate does not want to get shut out here on this first drive. Wants to get some points and wants to get some momentum going, and that's exactly what it looks like he's going to do. This will be the slants play that he likes to run probably. You got two slants coming from the other side in a little dig route. He does. He's got the slant. He throws it right to him. My goodness, exactly like I called out. Trey Brown, number 22, the corner, picks it off. That's CB3. Once again, if you watch any of Nate's streams, you kind of know that play was coming. And if that's something that I noticed, I do have a lot more experience playing Nate. However, Trey Brown really coming out hot there as the cornerback number 3 and taking full advantage of the poor mistake. And my goodness, that was an ugly play. Bud Dupree just rode that right tackle, took him right to the edge of the quarterback, and got a huge sack for this Titans team who desperately needs some momentum because Ant looks to be locked in early. He's definitely got Wife. He wants him Lockett. It's going up there. It looks like he might get a first down. Barely coming up short. It looks like Patrick is retained. Got him a little bit short of that first down marker. Once again, Tyler Lockett looking to be the MVP early. However, I fully expect Ant to run that out to the sideline right there. He doesn't. He loves his RPO plays. Gets the glitchy double juke move and gets in the end zone again. And my goodness, this one is starting out way against the Titans early. And that is not something we expected with his high-power offense. But once again, that's Isaiah Ferreira, number 13 of the Seahawks, who's had a great rookie campaign, riding around 700 yards receiving and a couple touchdowns. But I will say, man, I am very surprised at how well Ant has played coming out of the gates against this team. What a start. That is something that you love to see from Ant, looking like he's been here before, and maybe the nerves just getting to Nate here. He hasn't been in a Super Bowl in a while. Is that going to be something that affects him? He definitely being smart right here. He's got Messino, trusting his rookie wide receiver Messino to just make something happen after that. Doesn't fall for the bait route where he had X coming across his face. That's typically something a more amateur user would have thrown anyways. But I will say that Ant will make you pay. My goodness, the run defense coming in there. Big number 96 coming in there and making a tackle. That's Jonathan Marshall actually for the Seahawks, making a big tackle for loss and stopping them early. Once again, Nate desperately needs some points on this drive or else it could get ugly early. Does have a slight breakup. Number 33, Jamal Adams, with the breakup out there in the flat. And he just doesn't have any answers for this defense right now. Watch out for that user, Jarquise Tart. Curse is another person that he loves to use in that sideline. However, Adams trying to lay the boom, and he just misses. Eric Fisher gets up to the front and gets the first down. A big, big conversion for the Titans right there. And that's exactly what you want with pressure coming in his face. The rookie quarterback steps up and makes a beautiful throw and just forces Eckler on the inside there. If he trusts his lineman to make that block, I think he got thrown off by Ant's user. But if he would have waited just a second, I think he had some space and just didn't trust his eyes. Curse down there. Once again, you've got safeties in that box. They're not going to be great at run stopping. He's just got them in there to lurk those passes. Once again, kind of like we talked about with Nate's scheme, they'll put taller safeties in there that are right around that 89 speed spot to really lurk some of these passes underneath because they do get animations that other people don't. My goodness, number 75 coming hollering at the quarterback. And once again, the Seattle Seahawks coming screaming off the edge. And, man, they are getting pressure any which way they want. Once again, my goodness, number 99 this time, CJ Ambion getting the number. He's a one-year vet, and he is screaming off that edge. They don't have any answers for it. Will they be able to convert it here? Adams playing a smart route. That's a route combo that he loves to throw. It's the exact one that he beat me on, and I've got to be honest, he played that perfect. Once again, Jamal Adams having a spectacular game early, just shutting it down. Ant is letting Nate know he is not here to play around. He wants this Super Bowl. And, man, it looks like Ant is going for the throat in the first quarter. Jamal Adams playing some perfect football in this secondary in Seattle is not giving up an inch. Chris Godwin coming across the face. He does take it, gets a slight block. Almost messed up doing the double juke animation right into Patrick Surtain, who has had a stellar year this year. Had multiple big pick games. I believe he had over 10 interceptions on the year. I believe it was number 13 for him, and he got 14 last game. Tua going to the outside. Will he get sticky? He does. And, man, Kevin Byard with the big tackle right there. One-on-one, you usually expect Ant to do that double juke. However, I don't think he was comfortable with Tua Tagovailoa doing the double juke move there. He does have the double cross route come up. Once again, those are the slight adjustments that I was telling you about that Nate has to make. He wanted the comeback route desperately on that B route on the other side. He just took it away on that PA read, adjusted well to it, and once again, he is not letting Ant go for the kill quite yet. It is still 14-0. The Seattle Seahawks are in full control of this one, but I believe that Nate and this offense will get to clicking here shortly. You've got to expect that out of somebody who has such an explosive offense. Once again, Nate coming out in the dark uni as the Titans maybe looking to get a PA power going. They don't. Maybe he's looking up for something downfield. No, he doesn't. Terry McLaurin gets a good 11-yard catch. Nate Simmons already throwing 2 interceptions early. You've got to be thinking, if you're a rookie, that confidence has got to be crazy, and it's got to feel like all the pressure is on you. If I'm him, I'm relying on Eckler to get out there and make big plays for me. He's looking deep. He doesn't have anything that he likes. He goes to the flat again. Scary Terry going out. Looks like about 8 yards. It is 2nd and 2. Once again, he's got 2nd and 2 manageable for sure. Ant is crowding that box. Once again, you've got to trust your blockers right there, exactly like he did. Once again, that's a matchup that he's got to take advantage of. If you're going to have Kirk and company inside that, then you've got to make sure that you're taking advantage of that. Otherwise, you're just going to be feeding into the definitely, I would say, not glitchy, the very smart style defense that Ant does have. He's got Darren Taylor. He dumps it down to Eckler. Eckler gets a good hit on the play. My goodness, Jamal Adams tapping the helmet, letting him know you better send this man to the medical tent with hits like that coming, and trying to make some big blows and seeing if they can get that ball to come out. And he just did not put it on the turf. Once again, Nate's got to figure something out. Looks like he almost got baited right there. He didn't fall for it. Takes a safe check down to Eckler. Smart move. I think that Ant was trying to bait him on that post route. I feel like he knew it was coming and was just trying to see if maybe he would give him another one and really see if he could run that back. I would run it right here if I'm him. He doesn't. He's got the check down to the left. Gosh, Nate, look to your left, brother. You definitely had that little pop down on the fake screen route. They had cleared out. If I had to guess, Antonio's probably got it set on defaults, which means that he probably is going back a good 10 to 15 yards on those curl flats. That's something you can take advantage of by attacking the flats. He's going more to Eckler. I think that's who he's comfortable with. But I think if he would have just waited a second, he would have noticed he had a lot of space on that left side. And that's something he could have taken advantage of. Once again, which way is he going? He throws a perfect dot to A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown looks like he is now a superstar. That wasn't something that he had in the previous games. But he did go to his Diggs wide corner play that he does enjoy a lot as well. Makes a big 3rd down conversion in that one. Goes right at the user of Antonio. once again, if you've got those safeties in that box, definitely take advantage of that run game. Gets a good 4-yard pickup. And if I'm him, I'm sticking to the run game until he proves that he can stop it. However, I feel like Antonio is going to be comfortable with letting him run it out, especially knowing that Nate prefers the pass. He throws a risky pass up to A.J. Brown, and my, Jamal Adams is not the one that you want to test in the end zone. Threw up a 50-50 ball, really trusts his wide receivers on some of these jump balls, but that is something that Ant has got those longer safeties for, knowing that he can come down with some of those. He's got the middle route. Perfect throw to Scary Terry. Once again, a huge third down conversion. Just taking advantage of that linebacker, Darren Brooks in that middle, not being able to make that tackle and not being able to make that read. Didn't have the play recognition. However, he does get to that outside one man to miss. He gets it into the 4-yard line, and that's a huge pickup by the Titans. They are knocking on the door, trying to get in and put themselves on the board, which would be huge momentum-wise for these Tennessee Titans. I fully expect this to probably be a counter, a dive here if I had to guess. It looks like it is going to be a dive. Motioning over the tight end. It is not. My goodness, he tries to maybe run for it. And once again, number 96, John Marshall, getting after the quarterback again, gets a sack. Once again, that's something that Nate really likes to do, is make people go on those digs. And once they step up to the dig, he takes off with Nate Simmons. I believe this is going to be the exact same play that he got picked off on earlier. Got 2 slant routes coming in. He does. Plays it perfect. He added an extra slant. And my goodness, another sack for Berto Fuentes. They are coming after him. 4 sacks on the day already. And it is not even halftime. That's got to be a deflator for these Tennessee Titans to get all the way down to the end zone and have to settle for 3. Once again, Ant in that defense is very stingy. I know I played him earlier this year, and all I had to do was just focus on putting it in no matter what you do in the end zone. You've got to take advantage of those, and anytime he turns that ball over, you've got to take advantage of it and get points on the board. Nate's going to have to start forcing some stuff and force Ant to get into some uncomfortable situations. I just don't think the pressure has been there for Ant. And it does look like he is lit up. Chris Carson's got Freight Train activated, which is a huge issue for him. If I was Antonio, man, Ant, you've got to take that to the sideline. Chris Carson does get a big 10-yard pickup, but forced a one-on-one with those smaller corners to make those tackles, and I think you would have been fine there. Goes for the fake play action, goes for the rollout, throws the comeback route, and almost gets out of bounds, but does stay inside. Chris Godwin with the crisp route. Once again, Tua, 7 for 7, and feeling the connection to Chris Godwin for 31 yards. I'm telling y'all, Ant right now is playing clinical football. He is not playing around. He got a little sloppy last time when he did play Gerard in the Super Bowl last year again, or Gerald. I don't remember which one is his name. A little bit of a slower play action there. He's got A on the crosser. Burns a man. Lockett makes a man miss. Gets sticky. My goodness. Falling to the turf and goes down to the 1. That is a massive pickup. If I'm him, I'm turning on shoe clock right here, making him take some time off that clock or force a timeout. But what a play by Tyler Lockett. Not only with the big catch, but getting sticky. I'd look for the option here. He doesn't. He goes all the way around, and my goodness. Oh, no, fumble on the ground. Once again, that double juke move is definitely risky, but he does finally put it on the ground. But man, oh man, that luck that has been running for Nate all this playoff looks to be running out with not being able to pick that one up off the turf. He's going to be kicking himself on that one. Thankfully, the Seahawks did pick it back up. Tyler Lockett saving his friend, the rookie, from having a terrible feeling. Kind of an odd play there. I've never understood that slide screen, but it looks like the quarterback just threw it to the ground. Maybe got sacked again by Bud Dupree. Gonna go for a motion, try and bait the user a little bit. He doesn't fall for it at all. Throws a high ball. My goodness. A perfect dot to the tight end Lamb. Number 81 for the Seahawks. Tua is playing lights out, ladies and gentlemen. Taking a massive lead, 21-3. And it looks like this one could be over early if Nate tries to get greedy here and turns the ball over again. My, oh my, the AFC is not looking good right now. And once again, you've got to be thinking that some of this has to be the fact that the Seahawks went to the Super Bowl last year, didn't win it, and they are playing like a team that is pissed off about a Super Bowl loss the year before. A lot of those guys were rookies last year, got a year under their belt. They've been here before now, and they are playing like some veterans. And once again, just got a bag out there. My goodness, throwing up a risky pass to Messino. That's exactly what I was just talking about. He plays more of an aggressive style, and I think that feeds right into what Antonio wants from him. And that's something he's got to be aware of. Got a lot of moving parts here. Nothing's open. My goodness, Messino out of nowhere makes a man miss, gets thrown out of bounds, and once again, the rookie looks to be the only thing that is working for this Tennessee Titans offense. Does get a deep crosser, but everybody was coming screaming in the face of Nate Simmons, and he is taking some shots. You got to think that's not a sustainable way to be keeping your quarterback alive. And my goodness, he goes down again on the play. They are harassing this quarterback any which way they can. Number 56, Jordan Brooks, just screaming up the middle. He throws it right to Curse. Javon Curse making a man miss. Goes down and he's got 11 seconds to maybe get into field goal range. Curse, once again, one of those free safeties that's been outstanding. He kind of hides them well by putting a linebacker number on him. But make no mistake, he is one of the best at ball hawking. He's got RB, exactly what he wanted. Gets out of bounds, and what a beautiful play. That's a veteran move right there. Getting out of bounds, knowing that clock was on your side. Just going to kick a field goal, maybe push it. Once again, Ant knocks it through for a 24-3 lead going into the half. And my goodness, like I told y'all, he is not playing around right now. This man has got an answer for everything Nate is throwing at him, and a big hit from the tight end, number 84 for the Seattle Seahawks. My MVP, though, has to be going to Tua Tagovailoa. He is playing some amazing football right now, really locked in. I believe he only has one missed pass on the day, and he has just dialed up just a great football game. Really playing it smart, playing it safe. But yeah, Machine knows it best. We've been here against Ant before in multiple leagues. Ant is a certified baller. Somebody that I will say is honestly one of the better users I have played in my Madden tenure. He's a smart user. Somebody that I love playing just because of his wits about the game. His user is deadly, and he is by far probably one of the toughest matchups. He's got a dot. Nate Simmons, you can tell this rookie is just defeated right now. That third interception, I think, has routed him. He's trying to play hero ball, and he's just not living up to the hype of this year, that 52 touchdown year and 6,000 yards. He does have the easy route he could have gone to. Messino, once again, the rookie that is really stepping up, has to be getting close to 100 receiving yards on the day, sitting at 79 for 3 catches. But my, oh my, I'm pretty sure Antonio is perfectly fine with letting him make those catches. He is just not letting anything over the top happen. He's got the check down. My goodness, 99 again. Ambion is taking away all of the edge rushes that he thought he was having. He is bringing insane pressure right now. Stepping up in that pocket is not an option, and that interior pressure is coming at a rapid pace. 6 sacks already for the Seahawks, and they are licking their lips at this poor offensive line play. He's going to force it in on that crosser. Got Scary Terry with a dot, and that's exactly what Nate Simmons needed. from his offense, it's going to be something that he's got to put some points on the board here, and it's got to be a touchdown. Otherwise, he's going to get too far behind, and he will not be able to make a comeback with the brilliance of Ant and the way he's been playing. He does trust Eckler, gets out there, makes a miss, gets up about 9 yards. It'll be 3rd and 1 most likely, or 2nd and 2. Mistake on the play. 2nd and 2. Nate Simmons does a play action. He goes all out for the run. He does throw it across. My goodness, barely misses A.J. Brown. The rookie is rattled with the pressure coming at him, but that double move made a man miss, and Nate Simmons will be kicking himself when he's watching the film back on this one. Barely overthrowing A.J. Brown. He's got the crosser. Bango! Gets down Fisher to the 1-yard line. Jamal Adams thought he could have got in there. Maybe he has a dive play. He's going to run commit if he's smart here. He doesn't. He barely gets stopped at the 1-inch line. Again, I've told y'all before, Ant's playing some smart defense. But man, oh man, Nate has got to get in the end zone. You cannot settle for 3 on this one. Nate Simmons getting ready to take the hike. Eckler going in the end zone. He gets stopped again, one-on-one with a linebacker. And my, oh my, makes a man miss and doesn't run him over, surprisingly. He shoots the gap, and Eckler finally getting in the end zone. And it looks like this is now a 2-possession ball game, 24-10 if he hits this field goal. And finally, Nate showing up to the Super Bowl. I thought he was going to get stopped again, and that would have been a tough blow to the momentum if Ant would have made that tackle animation diving through. I know Ant wants this bad, but Nate Simmons has been talking about going to the Super Bowl all year. However, we've got to see some finish from the promising Tennessee Titans. But once again, they are known for some incredible comebacks like they had against the number 1 seed Colts in the playoffs, coming back from down 14 points with about 2 minutes left. So it is possible. Once again, Ant getting out there, getting sticky, makes a man miss. Oh my goodness, barely makes a tackle. I still don't know how he has Freight Train activated because he's only got 4 rushes for 49 yards, so that is weird. However, he is activated and he is making people miss. That's odd again. He still is saying he's activated. But I will say it is weird that he's not getting those miss animations on the Freight Train. Does trust his number 20, the backup running back. He's a rookie. He's getting sticky. And my goodness, he does go out. Bears the rookie 18 yards. Number 20 on the Seattle Seahawks. Making a man miss. Getting out there with that triple option play. And always chokes in the Super Bowl, but I love him. Yeah, he hadn't got a Super Bowl in a while. There's finally that little move that he's got. He might have been stopped short, though, and that would have cost him that Freight Train. That is why I tell people all the time, I said it in the Jets game when they were playing, do not throw screen passes or passes behind the line of scrimmage when you've got Freight Train activated. It's just not smart. He's got that comeback route that's so hard to stop, especially when you're not using it. Once again, Tua Tagovailoa, 12 for 13 on the day and 3 touchdowns. He is just putting on a clinic, and I don't think Ant wants to choke this one away. I think that he wants to end it out. And if he puts this one in the end zone, oh my goodness, that could have been risky. Roughing the passer's got to hurt Nate right there. Almost intercepted it, but the guys were eating popcorn before the game, even though coach told them not to. And it looks like those gloves got a little buttery. And it did make a miss, so that is something that they've got to be checking the gloves for later, because that could have been a game flipper if he would have ran that pick back. Once again, Ant trying to make people miss, and he goes for the strip, and he just comes up short, but makes a huge tackle for a loss. And once again, the Titans may be looking to get a stop here. Jayon Brown, who was missing for the AFC Championship game, back and healthy and one to make a difference and an impact for this Tennessee Titans team. He tries to lurk him and barely misses. My goodness, Dane Crushane just missing a massive lurk there. You got to be expecting this to be the option play or the RPO. He throws it up throws a dot. Chris Godwin barely falling down at the 1, and that was a very risky pass. I would have thrown a high ball to B. It looks like he had a walk-in touchdown. However, he's got the rookie running back in right now. Will Bears get in there? He doesn't. He flips it to the tight end Lamb. Once again, he is all about some misdirection and keeps you guessing, but he made the smart play. Once again, David Long, another veteran linebacker for this Titans team, trying to get a stop desperately. Once again, I don't know why he keeps going back to that crappy play. He's definitely got it wrapped up. Bud Dupree with a massive sack on the play takes him out of the definitely touchdown territory. And my goodness, throws a risky pass, I think just trying to get it in there quickly. And it does not work out for him. He's got to take his 3. Nate getting a stop finally on this defense. Making Ant settle for 3. Slows the bleeding down a little bit. He's got to score a touchdown here. Once again, playing with Ant right now is like playing with the Warriors. You've got to make sure you're not exchanging 2s for 3s because that's how you're going to end up slowly bleeding yourself to death. Nate, you've got to get some more points and at least make this 27-17 to make it manageable. This is a play. He really likes to go to 45 in this play typically. He doesn't, and my goodness, I'm telling y'all, Ambion is coming any which way. I don't know how he is getting pressure like this, but they are coming in not only quick, but almost free. He's got the Texas route. Instead, he goes to A.J. Brown for the first down. A big throw from Nate Simmons right there, trying to get another playoff before the third quarter ends out. And he does. Is he going to throw one up? I don't think that's the move. He does anyways. Throws a risky pass, and it just gets broken up. I think Nate got greedy there. He should have gone for the possession catch and gone down, but he goes for the rack catch. Gets it broken up by Jamal Adams. Once again, Logan Polk, the user, looking out. Makes a man miss. Fisher, who's having a huge game. The tight end who doesn't get many catches. Definitely having a big day for 3 catches, all on critical downs. Trying to get down the field, but he has got to be watching that clock. Otherwise, he's just giving away. He might take a deep shot to A.J. Brown, and you've got to be thankful that one didn't come down in the hands of Jamal Adams again. But once again, the corners are just playing smart football. I think before he tried to go for the big shots early, and it didn't work out for him. He's going for a lurk there, and he gets him. Javion Curse again. I told y'all to be looking out for that lurk because he does look like he's a linebacker, but he's got the speed and the quickness to cut across the field, and he's got the safety ability to just get up there and make a play. He's got one person, makes a miss. Tua going crazy, go down. He doesn't. He says, I'm not going down, coach. Gets a good 20-yard pickup out there on the read option. And I don't know about y'all, but I am hearing the clanking, and it sounds like that is the nail going in Nate Simmons' coffin today. And once again, going for the check down there to Tyler Lockett, who got a touchdown off that play earlier. And he just picks up 1 yard, though. Tua, once again, is playing some smart football, going to his playmakers. But they are making quick work of this Titans team right now. And you've got to love what you're seeing from these rookies and these one-year veterans who maybe will take that next step again. And Seattle's got a promising future for sure. Why does the middle linebacker have the same name as me? I have no idea. Logan. That's pretty funny now that I think about it. But you've definitely got to be watching for that crosser. I wouldn't force anything. Let B come back to you. He stays in the pocket. Throw it away. Oh, my goodness. That's exactly what you can't do. Lewis Marshall, the corner, finally gets a pick as I was literally just telling him to throw it away. Instead, Ant decides to make this a ball game, and he's going to throw it up. Massino showing up again. Barely getting tackled. But Nate Simmons just is playing some bad football. The rookie quarterback, 4 interceptions on the day and no touchdowns, getting just the luck. Very much like what she said in the general chat. The luck has run out for this Cinderella story team. They went from the number 5 seed. Messino puts it on the ground, and once again, the EA luck that has run so rich for this Tennessee Titans team is taking a turn for the worse. And Logan Pollock making a huge play by picking it up. Messino has taken a big hit right there, puts it on the turf, and he has turned the ball over now 5 times for this Tennessee Titans team. And I believe that's all she wrote. He trusts it, throws it to X. Chris Godwin going for the duck. Sometimes I tell people Ant just tries to get too cute with it. He made the man miss with the single juke, but he loves doing the glitchy double juke so much sometimes that he messes himself up. If I'm him, I'm just running this one out. However, he goes again to Chris Godwin on the exact same play as before. Throws a laser beam to him, and that's a lights out, ladies and gentlemen. 34-10, the Tua-led Seattle Seahawks are laying it on this Tennessee team. I'm telling them, he's getting upset now. Nate is getting upset in the general chat saying that people were saying he was getting lucky to get here. But you've got to be talking about a glaring difference in the play level right now. And the only major unlucky factor for the Titans has been putting that ball on the ground. Other than that, it's just been great play from Ant and these Seattle Seahawks. Once he looks that back, I think he will understand where people are coming from. But that's okay. We'll see what he sees here. Got to throw that away. Tries to throw something up to Austin Eckler, and he just goes out of bounds. Chiefs getting after him in the general chat about the comment. However, we've got to see if maybe he'll get baited one more time. And he doesn't. He does get to Scary Terry, and boom, goes the dynamite, laying a huge hit on him again. Jarquez Tart, the free safety, coming down there and laying the boom on him. He throws up a blind read again. Once again, that's exactly what we're talking about. Blind reads getting chunked up in the air and not coming down with it. Ant is just absolutely in his bag right now. Look for that Texas route or the dump down to Eckler. He does go to Eckler. Goes down to Eckler and puts it on the ground again. Momentum is swinging like crazy right now. Puts it on the turf again. And man, oh man, that was already ball game, but now Ant can just run it out and really put an end to this Super Bowl. And you've got to be guessing that Tua is going to get the MVP award for playing flawlessly. But I don't know. One of these defenders might just snag it from them with how well they played, limiting Nate in this explosive offense to only 10 points. Watch for the comeback route. Instead, he leaves a man wide open. Lamb for a dagger to the heart to Nate Simmons. And my goodness, Ant is showing no mercy. He says, I don't care who you are. We're winning this ring and we're going to Disney World. Looks like he is just stabbing the heart of the Titans. If he kicks this in, it's going to be 41-10. Not even looking like it's close. And my goodness, the ultimate disrespect the coach is putting in the backups right now. And just letting the Titans know you are not on the same level as this Super Bowl squad. That's got to be tough for these Tennessee Titans. But a respectable move by the Seattle Seahawks head coach, Pete Carroll, letting the backups get in there and get a moment of glory for this Super Bowl ring. Get you some photos, young fellas. Get out there and soak in the moment. But wow, oh wow. This is not what we were expecting out of this, but the Cinderella story for the Titans has come to an erupting train wreck of an ending. And the Seattle Seahawks finally get the Super Bowl ring that they so desperately wanted after losing to the Mutt Squad Ravens last season. It'll be interesting to see what these backups can do out here, though. He's still trusting that user, just going on that deep route. I don't think he's got anything going. He's trying to make a man miss. Lucky he didn't fumble right there. Gets 9 yards. Almost an instant roll out there from Nate. Got to be careful about that because those edges are going to swallow those up. Tries to throw up a prayer, but once again, Bruno is somebody we don't talk about no more, but he is just hollering at these fools off the edge and making it look pitiful. Birdo is just having a game, and he's got his second sack of the game, and I believe that is the 8th for the Seattle Seahawks. He throws it up to Messino again. The only bright spot on this Tennessee Titans team today has been their rookie standout wide receiver, Chase Messino, an X-Factor who has just got to be getting close to probably 150 yards if I had to guess. If I'm him, I am letting him go deep and throwing up a prayer if he's one-on-one. That's exactly what's happening. Tests him out early, doesn't get it, and loses that X-Factor because he did trust that sideline. Bro, we love Encanto. We don't hate on Encanto. But once again, he's going to that outside most likely. Throws up a prayer and just doesn't come down with it again. The rookie is just getting bagged up and just chunking it up like Kyler Murray to D-Hop, closing his eyes and saying he's down there somewhere, but it's not working out against this stingy Seattle defense. It's going to be interesting to see AirPods come in if he does get the ball back. If I'm Antonio, you just got to double Chase Messino, and they basically have no offense otherwise because he's got 174 receiving yards, and that basically has been all of them for this rookie today. However, he is playing that underneath, throwing it up into double coverage again, and not getting to come down with it. But man, oh man, 59 clamping off of his hands, not making him come down with it. But he is perfectly fine with him throwing up those 50-50 balls. We will say stay tuned for after we do this. We will be going over end of the year awards. We're going to discuss some stats for our major offensive player and defensive player of the year awards, offensive rookie of the year, defensive rookie of the year, and the MVP award. Highlight those great users and all they did this year. We'll also be going through the other ones as well just to shine some light on some of the ballers for this season and having another great successful season in NFLX. Once again, Nate not doing anything that scares this team. He's got the deep shot maybe. Goes on the check down to Chase Messino, who looks like he may be going for 200 yards in a Super Bowl. And that might be a record. He's got 8 catches for 190 yards. However, the rookie is just looking to earn a big contract maybe. Finally gets in the end zone, and Chase Messino is having a spectacular day. Throws up the fist to let people know what he's representing, and also eclipses a 200 yards, which is a very tough defeat for this Tennessee Titans. But a one bright spot is that he is just trusting Chase Messino once again. It is basically like Nate only has eyes for Chase Messino, but he is going to kick this one off. And knowing Ant, I don't expect him to knee this one out. That's not very much Ant style, but we will see if he will give AirPods a run. Making people miss already. If his man would not have gotten in the way, once again, it's very much like Ant to absolutely crib that. Just to pee on the gravestone of what was this Titans team. Once again, he's got AirPods in there. Trust the rookie running back. Gets sticky. Gets to the outside. Makes a man miss. Almost goes to the crib. Nate calling a timeout. But once again, that's okay because he's going to go right back to his original play that he's ran in the red zone multiple times. Look for a little low dot here. He does throw it out to him. Makes a man miss. Gets the first down. Nate not going to call a timeout now. He hears the people celebrate. He sees the confetti getting ready to drop down. And my, oh my, Seattle coming out in victory formation, and I cannot say enough. And you played some amazing football today, brother. You really locked in, and I'm so happy for you to get this Super Bowl victory. And look at those people. There is literally not one standout on that team. It's just a bunch of guys, low 80s players that wanted to make something happen. You see Jamal Adams down there tearing up. He knows how much this meant to this team. A bunch of selfless guys that just wanted to win a Super Bowl. Congrats to the Seattle Seahawks, and this is a much-needed victory for them. They're bringing out that Lombardi trophy. We're going to stay here to see who the Super Bowl MVP was, and then we're going to pop over to Madden really quick. We'll load up my loading screen so that way y'all get to see the sick logo while I get ready. But once again, Tua just soaking it in. It looks like it's actually AirPods. For some reason, the backup quarterback getting to hoist the Lombardi instead of Tua, which is quite comical. However, it doesn't say who the MVP was, but we are going to go ahead and go back to Madden really quick, and I'm going to throw up the logo while we get ready to go over there, and we are going to see what we can see and see if maybe we can see some of that end of the year stats. That will be so cool to see, and I'm also going to be highlighting some of the ballers for it. Once again, we are going to mainly be going over the MVP, Coach of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookie of the Year for both the AFC and NFC, and I'll have some stats for them as well that we'll go over. But once again, congrats to Ant and the Seattle Seahawks for that big win. Big proud of him. Big shout out to Nate fighting from the number 5 seed, knocking off the number 1 seed Colts in the divisional round, knocking off the number 2 seed Jets in the conference championship. And I can't leave out that he did knock off the defending Super Bowl championship, defending Ravens, number 4 seed in the wild card round. So definitely an impressive journey to get there. However, his Cinderella story did come to an end, and we are going to go to the stats, and we're going to make sure that we look at this really quick. So some of the yearly awards, like you see up there, the MVP award did go to Saquon Barkley of the New York Giants. It was somebody who had been balling out all year. He had over 1,900 yards rushing, and he had another 1,400 yards receiving. A total of which it sounds ridiculous, but over 3,300 total yards and 36 touchdowns. Literally hats off to the Giants and Saquon Barkley for having a historic year. Other big names out there was Deshaun Watson, Derrick Henry, Nyheim Hines, and Travis Etienne Jr. all coming in close, but no cigar. And the much heralded Coach of the Year award does go to none other than John Gruden with the Jets. I will say there is a little bit of controversy on this one. I will say, Yo Mammy, the Indianapolis Colts head coach, was stated to be a little bit upset that his team had the better record, the number 1 seed in the AFC, and just did not get the recognition for this regular season award. However, he did commend the Jets and John Gruden for having a great run this year. Really pulling it off. 14-3 is nothing to be ashamed of. They made it to the AFC Championship game and came up just short against the Tennessee Titans. Going over to the AFC, though, we are going to talk about the Offensive Player of the Year, which did go to Derrick Henry, who had a crazy year as well. Had 2,500 rushing yards. He had also 689 receiving yards and also had 29 total touchdowns, 3,100 total yards on the year. Once again, those are crazy stats for a running back to be having. Going back up before we get to that, Saquon Barkley, we've already gone over his stats, but he obviously gets the nod for Offensive Player of the Year. Running in right behind him was Dalvin Cook, though, in a tight race. But Saquon Barkley put up some insane numbers this year. and just made it to where nobody could catch up. However, in the defensive player of the year, you do have Jesse Bates from the Bengals with 2 Titans players right behind him. Jesse Bates, though, had a great year. His coach really talked about his 71 tackles that made a huge difference. 3 tackles for loss, 15 interceptions, and 9 deflections. And he was just a stout player for this Bengals team. They just did not get to the playoffs like they had hoped. But that was definitely something that they will be shooting for next year. And surprisingly, a Defensive Player of the Year award goes to a rookie in the NFC, and that is KJ Shelby. He is playing lights out this year for the Cowboys with 65 tackles, 3 tackles for losses, 14 interceptions, and 5 deflections, but also returned 5 of them for a touchdown. And that was definitely an insane year. And I'll be honest, y'all already know where that's going. If you win Defensive Player of the Year and you're a rookie, you're obviously going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year as well. But before we get there, we do have Offensive Rookie of this year. Rookie of the Year for the AFC definitely goes to Doug Ash. Once again, he played a just insane year, having right next to 3 shy of 3,000 yards. He had 2,930 yards receiving on the year. Plus, he had a season high 33 touchdowns receiving, which is just insane for a rookie wide receiver. Once again, already an 88 overall for a rookie. That is going to be insane. In the NFC, though, it was Jamie Brock, the running back for the Bears, coming in hot. He was a player that came in hot late towards the end of the season. He had over 1,600 rushing yards as well as 319 receiving yards and a total of 31 or 32 total touchdowns on the year. A great standout performance for that standout rookie in the NFC for the Bears. That's definitely somebody that they will build around. However, defensive rookie, look no farther than the Chiefs again. Alani Bailey definitely played their free safety, played some amazing football this year, had a crazy number for a safety of 92 tackles, 11 interceptions, 3 tackles for loss, 5 deflections, and he ran 4 of them back to the crib. It was amazing, but wow, oh wow, if you are the Chiefs, you've got a bright future with that team. Going to the NFC, once again, KJ Shelby just had a great year. The coach could not be more excited about what he sees out of that team and what he's got in KJ Shelby. However, we're going to go through the rest of the AFC awards just to go through here, but we won't be highlighting their stats. We'll just be talking about the top dogs in those areas. We did have the best QB award did go to Deshaun Watson. I appreciate that, Logan. I appreciate that, brother. I was going through my stats and I had them pulled up off to the side and didn't see your comment earlier, but I appreciate that. But Deshaun Watson, the big part about this is the Texans just does not run the football at all. When they were in here, that guy ended up getting kicked. However, he had a great year. Deshaun Watson did get quarterback of the year. Jacob Eason right behind him, as well as Patrick Mahomes and Zach Wilson. Derrick Henry, once again, he got Offensive Player of the Year. No doubt there that he was the best running back. Same thing with Doug Ash. Record-breaking year. DK Metcalf in the mix right there behind him. Best O-lineman was actually Quinn Nelson. That's something that you love to see from my boy Q Nasty, as well as having his other 2 teammates, Brian Kelly and Braden Smith in the mix, as well as Ronnie Stanley from the Ravens. However, that's typically just who has the best overall offensive lineman. Quentin Williams had a crazy tear of a year. I actually have his stats pulled up from earlier when I ran a game. He had 25 tackles for a loss, as well as 14.5 sacks and 3 forced fumbles. Kenneth Murray had a great year for best linebacker. Best DB was Jesse Bates. Best kicker goes to Harrison Bucker. And then going over to the NFC, best QB was actually Tua. Once again, just played efficient football all year. 52 touchdowns, only 21 interceptions. And today, you saw him absolutely light somebody up in the Super Bowl. Saquon Barkley got best running back. with Dalvin Cook right behind him. The best wide receiver, surprisingly, was Tutu Atwell. Had a great year, but once again, Antoine Cherry right behind him, as well as Max Wells for the Cowboys. But the Rams had a standout year this year. Best O-lineman, once again, is best overall, typically. And that goes to Zach Martin of the Cowboys. Best D-lineman is Cameron Jordan. Had a great year, even though the Saints had a disappointing year. Cam Jordan did have a good year. Best linebacker, surprisingly, was Azeez Ojulari from the Giants, with Leighton Vander Esch right behind him for that best linebacker spot. Best DB, look no further than the Defensive Player of the Year, KJ Shelby. And Kicker of the Year goes to Young Ho Koo. And we're going to go and pull up, if we can. I'm trying to think about how to get there. There used to be a way to look at the Super Bowl stats, and I'm forgetting how to do it. Oh, it's league history. That's right. Once again, I don't know. Okay, so I guess he has to advance to go to it. But I believe that the Super Bowl MVP was none other than Tua Tagovailoa. We're super impressed with the way he played football tonight. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. Domaniac is about to be out. I say two things at the end of every stream. No matter if you're having a terrible day or not, is number one, I love you. There's enough negativity in this world out there. You need to have somebody in your corner, and you've always got me. Number two is more important than number one, and that is that Jesus loves you. Everything I do is for that man and spreading his love. So if you didn't know that before, I hope you know that now. Other than that, y'all have a blessed rest of the night, and we will see y'all next season.